Well, a very good afternoon to all of you, wherever you're watching us from, Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu, Uganda, Tanzania, and wherever you're from across the globe. This is Monday Football on Citizen TV, the show that brings you everything that happened over the weekend in terms of football. A lot in store for you, but I'll get straight into a question of the day, and this comes after two very different results that Harambee Stars have posted. First one is on Wednesday. They beat Mauritius 5-2 away. Then they came home. They were held to a barren draw by the same team. So, given those two results and the previous results of the Harambee Stars, we ask you, is Bobby Williamson the right man for the Harambee Stars job? Is Bobby Williamson, the coach, the right man for the Harambee Stars job? To help us dissect those two matches of the Harambee Stars is a team of very well-known professionals in the world of football. They commentate on the games. They give you the stories. These are radio reporters from our 13 radio stations at Royal Media Services. We will ask for them. We bring them into the studio. These are the guys that will help us chabua all those things. But first, Bernard, what do we have?
Absolutely. Of course, Michael King, it's good to be back. It's been about a 1 week break. And this afternoon, we're honored to have two gentlemen. This is Eugene and Iqbal on the video segment. Of course, this is on a lighter note of the show. Iqbal and Eugene will be battling it out. I can see already the two players already decided teams that will be featuring. Of course, I presume that Eugene will be using Arsenal, and our very own Iqbal will be playing with FC Barcelona. Some people would say that Iqbal actually looks like Theo Walcott. Of course, that is subject to debate, Michael King. Some would say it does look like him. IQ, that's why he loves Arsenal, because he thinks he looks like Theo Walcott, so he'll support Arsenal. Let's see if we'll be able to salvage a victory, of course, as the game progresses. And definitely we do know that we also have our very own resident DJ, the one and only DJ Crossfade. And of course, during the show, every time he plays a certain tune, that means that you're going, of course, to make some money. But nonetheless, of course, Michael King, it's good to be here.
It's good to be here. Crossfade. Kumingi jo tupatie muziki. Tupatie mix. No.
Well, that was DJ CrossFit providing us with a warm-up as Monday Football begins. Now we'll begin with an update on the Harambee Stars. And we know a week ago, of course, the Harambee Stars had travelled away to Mauritius, and that particular fixture ended 5-2, and that was the qualifiers for the 2018 FIFA World Cup. Of course, Harambee Stars managed to triumph with goal scorers being Johanna Omolo, Ayub Timbe, Michael Olunga, and Harun Shakava, was securing the victory for Kenya in the first leg of the 2018 FIFA World Cup qualifiers.
Long ball in, trouble in front, the shot in, it's in the back of the net. Kenya have taken the lead. Deep to the far post, it's in the back of the net. Andrew Masika scored the second goal, in towards goal, it's there. Neatly done by Nisofi, the man who was brought down. Brew. In it goes. It's loose. It's going to be scrambled in. No. Now thumped in towards goal. Oh, yes. Can you believe it? Lying on the ground. This is a threatening opportunity. It's a floated ball for Lunga on the far post. This is Amwani. In it goes, and it's in the back of the net. It's 4-2. Meanwhile, Kenya have a chance here. Lunga makes it 5.
And it's an
Well, the Harambee Stars qualified for the next round of the World Cup qualifiers, 2018 World Cup qualifiers in Russia. They will play Cape Verde next. But the talking point is, after that 5-2 thrashing of Mauritius away yesterday, they were held to a barren draw by the same team at Kasarani. Here are the highlights of that game.
Well, trying to use his one foot at the fulcrum. The goalkeeper will give a free kick for that. That's a back pass. The goalkeeper has touched it. It's going to be an indirect free kick. Two men just out here unmarked, and they should get the first goal in this one for sure. And another throw just next to the ball. I think the ball decided to get back. Wanyama tries to drill it past the wall. Nice little touch by Michael Olunga. And then he gets a through ball as well. It lands squarely on his feet. And he's come past his marker. Oh, he puts it on his favorite left foot, but doesn't connect with it. But Olunga provides the most exciting moment so far.
Pressure. Hoping he's going to settle in the game very fast.
Here is Olunga again and pushing his way as well. Plenty of push from behind.
Of course, we now just try and get the sentiments of our colleagues here. Of course, remember Harambee Stars beat Mauritius in the first leg 5-2 in the first leg, but the return leg 0-0. One referee, what do you make of the results?
Harambee Stars knew very well that they have already qualified, so they didn't have that pressure. And Mauritius also, they knew that because they were beaten 5-2, so they thought Harambee Stars would take that home advantage, and that's why they decided they would let them in. Yeah.
But nonetheless, the match had a lot of missed chances. Harambee Stars, there are countless chances, opportunities that the Stars could have scored, but 0-0 is how it ended. Do you feel that the next match against Cape Verde will be the true test for the Harambee Stars?
Actually, the big issue about Harambee Stars is lack of consistency. Second, individual brilliance. Most of the players lack individual brilliance to turn out the result. That is why if they're going to meet Cape Verde, if they're not careful, if the players will not just settle down and know that they're going for goals, we might be getting at a losing end, simply because of the consistency of the players. Most of them play well, but at the end of the day, they don't score goals.
Why is everyone complaining about inconsistency of Harambee Stars? I just want to know, you've scored 5 goals away. You're playing at home. You know definitely these guys will not score 4 goals. They can't beat us 4-0. So giving you guys a chance to play. For me, Harambee Stars played well yesterday despite the 0-0 draw. I don't know what you guys think.
Harambee Stars haikucheza mchezo mzuri.
Kwa nini?
Tumezoea kuona Harambee Stars ikicheza away games. Inacheza mchezo mzuri sana. Kumbuka tulikuwa Nigeria tukatoka 1-1. Yes. Congo Brazzaville tumeenda huko tukacheza mchezo mzuri tukatoka 1-1. Lakini tukikuja Kenya, Zambia inatuchapa. Tukikuja Mauritius tulichapa bao 5-2. Nauliza Ukinyi, mbona Harambee Stars hata moja ya mashabiki kwanza niliumia sana.
Tulikuwa na chances ngapi?
Chances zilikuwa zikadai zilikuwa.
Now kama tunge create chances
hazikutingwa.
Kama tuko create chances ndio ungeniambia tulikuwa na bad game, but we created chances.
Michael Kinyi, when you look at Harambee Stars, kuna kitu imekuwa hata kichezo wa Uingereza. Mnacheza mchezo mzuri, possession 78-22. Lakini kitu ya mwisho ni nini? Ni bao. Hatujaona bao, kwa hivyo Harambee Stars hawachezi vizuri.
But we qualified, guys. Mtu aniambie qualify.
You know, Mike, there is one thing, the problem na Harambee Stars, when wakicheza nyumbani walikuwa wamerelax, and Mauritius, Harambee Stars were so sure they've qualified, but Mauritius walikuwa nakuja kufight, at least wa change hiyo 5-2, unaona. So Harambee Stars walikuwa wamerelax, na ukiangalia hata defense ya Mauritius walikuwa wamehadinisha defense yao sana. So I think there is a problem na Harambee Stars when it comes to home matches. Bob Williamson should just do something about it.
What about the players? Because Michael Kinyi, some were saying also the blend of the youth. There's a lot of youth players that Bob Williamson fielded. The young players, do you feel they delivered? Or they can deliver in the next fixture?
Naweza nikasema wamefanya vizuri, lakini kuna mawili matatu ambayo nafikiria inaweza yakafanyika. Kwa mfano, wafanye mazoezi ya kutosha, kama kuna pesa sipewe vizuri, wajiandae mapema, kwa sababu shida moja timu haiwezi kajesa bila pesa. Nafikiria hiyo ndio shida kubwa. Wakijiandaa vizuri, wafanye mazoezi vizuri, wanaweza akafanya mambo yawe mazuri. Then change, unajua lazima timu ikae vizuri. Okay, Bob Williamson amekuwa akikaa na hii timu kwa muda, lakini hatujaona matunda yoyote. But I believe akiendelea kukaa hivi na aleta wachezaji wapya katika timu, mambo yatakuwa mazuri.
Young players. Najua mkala na washo, lakini nataka msikia Charity kwanza. Charity, you've covered Harambee Stars. Umeona wakienda kucheza league matches.
Yes.
The likes of akina Ndirangu, John Nairoka, umepatiwa chance. Surely we don't expect that these kids will come in and score 7 goals.
True. However, I'll still defend Harambee Stars on my side, because they had less time to relax when they came back. And then, yes, they created chances, although they were not translated to any goals. However, the young team that was playing did a good job yesterday. Yes.
Mkala, najua inakuasha sana.
Unajua timu yetu ni nzuri, lakini hatujielewi. Hatujui tutataka nini, hatujipangi.
Tusha qualify Mkala. We've come to 5-2. Surely.
Michael Kinyo mwenyewe unajua ni safari nzito sana hii. Watanzania wamepangwa na Algeria, Wakenya wamepangwa na Cape Verde. Cape Verde majuzi tu aliipiga Portugal 2-0 kwenye finali. Ndio ina uhasama kwa sababu Cape Verde ni timu ambayo ina wachezaji wengi ambao wanacheza Ureno. Kwa hivyo wakikutana walikuwa wanajihisi kama watu wa nyumbani kwa nyumbani. Lakini Cape Verde wamejitayarisha vizuri yani. Kama unaweza kucheza friendly na Portugal na wakakubali. Na katika FIFA ranking wako number 45. Sisi wengine tuko 131. Na Mauritius ni timu iko number 168. Tunaifunga 5 tunajisifu. Imetufunga 2 inafaa tulie. Walikuwa wafai kupata bao hata moja dhidi ya Kenya.
Walikuwa nyumbani?
Hapana. Ile mabao uliyaona wewe. Musa aliingia akajipelekea kupata penalty ambayo hata ilikuwa ina haja ipate. Unaona? Hicho ni kitu kila mmoja alikiona. Afadhali jana tulicheza na umakini, David Owino alicheza vizuri na nafikiri Williamson amesoma hicho. Hafai kumchezesha Kalaba kama fullback. Wafula alicheza vizuri katika ile namba. Odhiambo fullback 3 ameshikilia vizuri. Wapwani atulia ati kwa sababu Abdul Latif hakupewa namba. Odhiambo alicheza vizuri zaidi ya vile ambavyo tunajua Abdul Latif yuko. Kwenye kiungo cha kati ni Kambi alibambanya timu kumweka Omolo, alafu Akumu alikuwa hawezi kucheza kivyovyote vile. Wanyama tunajua yeye ndio mfalme wetu katika kiungo cha kati. Unaona? Lakini safu ya mashambulizi Olunga alikuwa anacheza na Kambi ni friendly match. Hakuwa na ule uchu wa kusema lazima apate bao. Unaona? Lakini Ndirangu hata kabla ya mechi niliandika katika Twitter, mpe Ndirangu nafasi. Huyu kijana amejiamini, hata akiingia alikuwa amenyosha shingo hivi kama mbeni ngamia. Unaona? Kuonekana alikuwa yuko tayari. Amwai nafikiri kucheza away alikuwa relaxed zaidi kuliko jana. Jana alikuwa na uzito sana akicheza nyumbani, maana yake anaona sasa ndio kumbe hao jamaa huwa ukiwa nyumbani hivi ndio wanakuangalia.
Tension ilikuwa mingi kidogo.
Nadhani na pia Eric Johana wa Mathare ni mzuri akichezea club kuliko national team, lakini akipewa chances nyingi atainuka. Kwa hivyo hao ni watu ambao inafaa tuwahusishe zaidi. Hao kina Masika Timbe wazuri, Omolo mzuri, lakini tuwape nafasi vijana wajitangaze na pia waende Ulaya wakacheze.
Well, we'll be talking about more of those ones in the second leg. Nataka Jacob is here. Tulia tu, usiwe na joto sana. Tulia. Tuongea about Bobby Williamson. Maana swali ya leo tunauliza, we asking the question, is Bobby Williamson the right man for the Harambee Stars given the results that Harambee Stars has posted in the recent past? Talk to us on 22422, that's the SMS number, and #MondayFootball on Twitter. But for now, we continue. Bernard.
Michael, let me read some of the responses some people are sending in on Twitter. And this is at Avram Kamau. You say that they need more time for the players to gel, more friendlies with big nations in football. Of course, he's talking about the national team. For optimal team performance, we need to professionalize football management, delink it from politics. And then this is another sentiment here from Alfred Jones 254. You say his achievements, he's talking about Bobby Williamson, precedes him, but Kenyans need wins and he has to justify his salary for winning. Now let's cross over to East Africa. Of course, Tanzania, they advanced as well to the next round of the 2018 World Cup qualifiers. Despite losing by a solitary goal to Malawi, the Taifa Stars moved to the next stage, 2-1 on aggregate.
They cut it back. Right attempt! Wonderful goal! Out of nothing! And that's a beautifully struck goal there. John Banda. That is exactly what the doctor ordered for the Flames. They're finally igniting, courtesy of that beautiful, took a bit of a deflection. Massive deflection.
I will read two of your comments. Two comments from 22422. That's the SMS number. You don't say where you're writing from, but you say, I personally see Harambee Stars players as failures, not their coaches. They should be sent home to do farming. They are good in farming, but not football, okay? That one is a very disgruntled football fan. And then this is Gishuru Mwangi from Nyahururu. You say nobody can redeem the state of Kenyan football. Expecting Kenya to put smiles on the Kenyan fans is stretching our luck too far. I gave up on Harambee Stars a long time ago. I no longer get disappointed. Wow, that is Gishuru Mwangi from Nyahururu. On a more positive note, the My Professional Dreams Academies from the UK are in town, and they are looking for the best 75 young talents in Kenya to get into the MPD Academies in Nairobi. That's the next generation of the footballers, sponsored by Safaricom. We had a chat with the MPD chairman, and that is Terry O'Neill, and this is what he had to say of the first trials that they had in Mombasa. We're starting in Mombasa. Is Mombasa the first stop or the last stop? Where else are we going?
Okay, we're starting in Mombasa, and we then go on to Kakamega, Kisumu, Nakuru, Thika, and we end up in Nairobi at the end of October, beginning of November.
Take us through the process. Now, we're saying these ones have already gone through the soccer sports, the hotspots for soccer. What next? After they are here, we have 4 days in Mombasa. What will be happening in 4 days, and after those 4 days, what's next for the players of Mombasa?
Okay, what we have now, as you say, a lot of these, there's over 1,000 young players, boys and girls, who've already attended soccer spots. These soccer spots were open to everybody in Mombasa, surrounding regions, and anybody who wanted to travel, to come along and to show us on a local level who are the best. They did that, and from that we've selected now 400 young footballers, boys and girls, to come along for the actual tryout in Mombasa. From this tryout, we're looking to find 40 talented footballers, both boys, both girls and girls, who can go on and become part of the Safaricom Next Generation, where they'll go on to Nairobi in November for the national finals, where we hope to find 75 of the nation's best players. Not we hope to find, we are going to find.
From all the regions that you've mentioned, how many players are you looking at from each region, and how many will be in the finals, the final list of those to be admitted to the academy?
Okay, when we do this, we're trying to find the best unfound talents. So our optimum, the ideal number from every region we go to, is 40 of the best footballers in each region. However, if we go to a region and we find 45 fantastic footballers in one region, and we find 35 fantastic footballers in another region, that's the way we'll do it. We're going to find the best talent. We're going to give everybody a chance. So the optimum is 40, 8 times 40, all those will be invited to the national finals, which will take place in Nairobi in November.
We saw they're in different groups, group 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 8, I think. How were they divided into those groups at the beginning when you started?
When the coaches had their debate prior to attending the tryout today, what the coaches said is they wanted to give everybody an equal chance. So we needed to segment the players to make sure that if we had someone who is 6 foot in height, we didn't want to put them in a group with someone who's going to be 4'8" in height, or someone who's a big build and a small build. Ideally, the balance of the players is the reason we put them in the groups. One of the groups is an all-lady group, with some of the best players in the region. 30 of the best female footballers have all been grouped together. And then for the boys, each of them have been put in categories close to age and the build of themselves. All of these are talented players, we must remember. So each one of them here should be more than capable to manage alongside each and every other one they're competing for a place at the national finals.
Looking at the players that are here, how do we pick out the best talents? Because I've not seen any names being put down here with the coaches.
Okay, it's a great question. The format we use is this morning. The coaches know themselves who the players are. They've got each of the players. If we look on the Safaricom bibs, you'll see there's a big number on the back of the bibs. Each of these players with the bibs on are identified with a name. The coaches will score these players on their ability. They'll also then be doing this afternoon in natural match situation. The low score is 1, the highest score is 10. From that, the coaches will collate all the points from each one of the players. The lovely thing about this is not one of the coaches here knows what the other coach is scoring in any player. At the end of the day, the head coach takes in all the scores from all the coaches that are here, and he collates it to the top to find out who the best players are based on what each one of the international coaches felt, and they collate it together, so it's totally independent. Nobody's chatting about people they know. It's solely a raw talent search to find the unfound talent, which is what makes the Safaricom Next Generation unique and special.
The Football Kenya Federation elections guidelines were released last week in a 29-page document that also lists the calendar of activities prior to the 2015 elections. Now, the list of clubs that can participate in the electoral process was published on the 5th of October with the deadline for submission of complaints having already expired last week. The FKF sub-branch elections are slated for the 29th of this month, with the branch elections set for the 5th of November. The national elections have been moved one day forward to the 14th of November because Kenya will be facing off against Cape Verde in a 2018 World Cup qualifier on the previous day.
Well, before we get into the conversation about Coach Bobby Williamson, a little bit of reactions from Twitter. This is at Kasoa. Stephen Kasoa says, Bobby's performance and salary do not correspond at all. We have enough local talent in our local coaches. Let's use them. And then Alchemist G says, Mauritius is not the real team to test the level of our form. We need bigger teams to confirm if we are back to good form. And then Tito says, Bobby Williamson isn't a bad coach, but we need more wins. Same thoughts of Raymond Ghana Sakilu, who says Bobby needs time, though I doubt his capabilities. Guys, Bobby Williamson, since his appointment, 1 year and how many months? 1 year and 2 months. 1 win in competitive matches. Kianda.
Yeah, that tells you how much Kenyans are frustrated about that, because yesterday at the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani, yes, it's a big venue, 60,000, but an average crowd turned out to watch the match between Kenya and Mauritius. Now everyone is talking about having qualified to play in the next round against Cape Verde. We beat them 5-2. But this is Mauritius. If we were using that as a build-up towards the match against Cape Verde, we could have scored more goals, show some sharpness, so that at least when you meet Cape Verde, we have hopes that at least we're going to perform well. Now the question here is, do we even know our first 11? We don't know. I don't know the first 11 for the national soccer team. At least one person I'm sure is going to play in that team. It's Victor Wanyama. It's the only one I'm sure of. Nowadays, Michael Olunga, because at least we are seeing what he can do. The question is, Bobby Williamson needs to be serious with his work, or else football. I think they chose him because he can easily be manipulated by Football Kenya Federation. Because look at what Adel Amruch was trying to do for this country. He is the last person who was in charge of the national soccer team when we last won against Sudan. I remember it was Sekafa, Senior Challenge Cup at the Nya National Stadium. So, anytime you appoint someone who is going to be a professional coach who is not easily manipulated, that is the person who cannot work with Football Kenya Federation. So, I'm 100% sure this 2.5 million that is being paid per month is because he can easily be manipulated. He's one coach who is good. Yes, he succeeded in Uganda, but he has come to Kenya, has everything. Look at how we prepared against Mauritius. 2 days. The third day we were flying out, but we beat them 5-2. Now this time round we came after 1 day. Harambee Stars played on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. And Sunday, part of Sunday, but we still can't deliver results because I find him to be a very confused coach who doesn't really know what he needs to do for this national soccer team. And because he can be manipulated by Football Kenya Federation and the officials, no friendly matches, no calendar for friendly matches, that's why it's very easy to get such results. And I'm sure majority of Kenyans are not happy with the score line yesterday.
Jacob Esia, coach wa Harambee Stars, Bobby, tumempa vifaa vyote vya kazi ndio tuanze kumkandamiza.
Mwanzo nadhani wakati tunazungumzia ufanisi wake ama kufeli kwake, tunapaswa kufahamu kwamba ana msalaba wa kubeba. Tuseme kwamba shirikisho lenyewe alijafanya hiki, lakini yeye mwenyewe ana kazi ya kufanya. Mwanzo mimi nimekuwa uwanjani hapo jana, nikaongea na wadau wengi tu na mashabiki. Kwanza swali ambalo tunaulizwa sisi hapa tukiwa watu kama 10 hivi, wao wanasema kwamba wamekasirika kwa sababu walikuwa wanauliza swali moja, kama Harambee Stars ingelikuwa inahitaji angalau goli moja hapo jana ili kuendelea, lingepatikana? Swali ni hapana, jibu ni hapana. Kwa sababu gani? Williamson yule alienda akashinda kule, niseme kibahati, kwa sababu Harambee Stars kwa
sababu goli 5 kibahati,
acha niseme kibahati. Sababu gani? Iwapo wewe ni kocha ambaye huna rekodi ya kushinda katika mechi za kimataifa, hii ni mechi ambayo ni ya FIFA na FIFA itaamua ama itakuwa inaweka rekodi yako pale katika ile FIFA standings mwezi ujao. Unataka kudumisha kazi yako, lazima utafute angalau goli moja. Waandalizi sema kwamba iwapo unaweza kuunda nafasi kama 10 za goli na ufungi, kuna shida na wachezaji ama kocha mwenyewe. Swali ni je, Williamson huyu tangu Alela toke, ni kitu gani ambacho anaweza kusema kwamba leo kazi iwapo basi nafaa kuendelea sababu ya ABCD? Milioni 2.5 kila mwezi mnapewa, atueni kazi. Harambee Stars sio kibanda cha kuzia mboga. Mashabiki na watangazaji tunaenda kule, unaumia kutangaza mechi dakika 90, unaona kuna magoli yanatengenezwa lakini hakuna chochote. Kocha mwenyewe anaambiwa mashabiki toa Amwai, anaangalia nyuma kidogo, dakika 2 zikiita anamtoa. Like the guy is confused, hajui anafanya kitu gani. Mimi nilikuwa natarajia kama basi namwamini Amwai amemuita kwa kambi, wewe mwenyewe aache acheze. Mike, umeuliza kitu kuhusiana na uchezaji wa wale wachezaji wapya kina Ndirango walicheza hapo jana. Ukasema kwamba labda ndio maana mechi ya kwanza hawangeza, lakini mimi nauliza hivi, wale kina Ndirango wakiingia cheza dakika ngapi? Zile kama 3-4 za mwisho. Kwa hivyo sisi tukasema kwamba labda ni wale wageni walicheza jana. Hii ni Mauritius, Cape Verde inakuja. I say mimi kama nilikuwa naulizwa zile milioni 2.5 zipewe mtu ambaye anajua kazi, tuende tucheze soka nzuri. Anatoibisha kama wa Kenya. Mimi mwenyewe mimi natangaza na umwa. Yaani dakika 90 unasema go unakaribia mpaka kufungwa. Hakuna kitu bwana. Inauma sana. So mimi nisema mimi naona kwamba mara ya mwisho Kipepeo wakifika hapa Kenya ilikuwa ni wakati wa kufuzu kwa kombe la bingwa barani Afrika, wakiwania kwenda 2004 kule Tunisia. Na wakati ule Rizzo kwa mchanga kafanya mambo. Raundi hii sidhani safari itakuwa ni hivyo. Na haina haja tufurahikie magoli 5 sababu ya Mauritius sare hapa. Tusahau chungu wa juzi wa Zambia vile Wanyama akilia machozi uwanjani. Namuuliza Wanyama, can you talk to the Radio Citizen? Hataki kuzungumza. Sababu gani? Ule uchungu. Anasema kwamba wanaume wakija kambini lakini mambo si sawa. Ndio umeuliza swali kuhusiana na federation, kazi ambayo wanafanya. Wameelemewa kidogo mahali, lakini pia kocha abebe msalaba wake. Mike,
mimi najua mjanijibu swali yangu. Nauliza vifaa vya kazi. Kocha amepewa vifaa vyote. Mnasindilia tu hapa kwa kwamba milioni 2.5, 2.5 million salary. Hamjui kama amelipo hizo miezi zote hiyo 2.5 million.
Na ndio maana hapo tukazungumza tukasema kwamba kuna mtu ambaye anaonekana anafanya kazi vizuri sana na federation. Hivi kwamba kama imetangazwa kwa umma ni milioni 2.5, lakini wewe mwenyewe labda unapewa kidogo, wengine wanafaidi kule, unanyamaza. Tutajuaje? At the end of the day results ni zetu wa Kenya, si zake na federation.
Can somebody answer me this question of salary ya Bobby Williamson? What is his salary and what is his agreement with the federation in terms of the salary? Analipo pesa ngapi?
There's 2.5 million.
It's 2.5 million.
Yes.
Mume confirm analipo 2.5 million.
Now we
ama ni karatasi inasema 2.5.
Okay.
Yes.
You can't expect us that we are going to confirm. How can we? Maybe the contract says 2.5 million, yes. But then we don't know what goes down the waters.
So it means, does he have the right tools for the job?
Salary is not tools. One. But let us forget about the salary. Yes. You can be paid, but you know that salary is not what is going to take the players to the field.
I think Mike, you need to clarify for them what the tools are, because it seems to be hinged mostly on the 2.5. On the 2.5. Tools is also as far as maybe perhaps even friendlies. Is it perhaps venue? Is it infrastructure? Is it? It's more than just.
For me, I'll say
yes.
Because he's being paid the 2.5 million. That's not a problem. But when we look at the infrastructures for Harambee Stars, I think when they came from Mauritius, they went to Kasarani. They were blocked from training there. They went to train with in another field. Yes. So I think the frustrations maybe Bobby Williamson is getting, they're also just making more problems to the team. So they need to have clear things, clear infrastructures to help the team, because maybe Bobby Williamson may be getting the money, but now the things are the facilities, the infrastructures that will help the team to train and other things. And you see, Arnold Origi was supposed to be in the match. What happened? He was not sent the air ticket. Now Bobby Williamson will not take from his pocket to send Arnold Origi the money. So that is a frustration. That means Bobby Williamson will have to change the squad. that one is already a setback in the team. So such like things, we just hope that the federation that is coming in the next time will look at these things. The training ground, they should have a specific place for training. They know that when we start our training, we are training in Moi Sports Center, Kasarani. When it comes to time for the foreign players to come and play, they know that air tickets are being provided, so that we do not have those issues of saying that we do not have air tickets, we do not have a place to train. Let us not blame Bobby Williamson. We know this country, how the federation works. You cannot force these things. You can say, Bobby Williamson can say, let me have a friendly match. But if the man is not there, what are you going to do? Sometimes there was a time when there was a friendly match wanted to be played. But then the federation say, we've received the letter, we've gone to the ministry, they have not given us the money. How will Bobby Williamson do that? So we need to support the coach. This issue of changing the coach because we want to get somebody who will deliver. Where are we going to get that person if at all our federation is not working?
Now, before we go into a break, Jacob is here is really burning. Okay, pass the mic to your left first. I just want you to tell me, what should we do? What do we need to give Williamson for him to perform?
Okay. One, first of all, Bobby Williamson as a coach should know his team, his first 11 team, and should be sure of his first 11 team, not just choosing any player here and there.
Even when players are not sent tickets, he should have his first 11.
First of all, he should be sure of the players that he have, leave alone those ones who are playing outside and being sent the air ticket. First of all, he should also have the better replacement of the players that is lacking in the field. Two is the federation. The federation should ensure that Harambee Stars plays more friendly games, matches, to know how is football played. If those friendly matches are not there, how will the players know that a certain team plays this and this match? How shall we counter them? How shall we play against this team? Two, there should be training material enough. There is a time when Harambee Stars trained at World Cup. Actually, EU field.
Yes.
EU field, Harambee Stars na training
World Cup available.
Then uniambie this is a national team yenye itaenda alafu ibishane iende kucheza na timu kama Zambia, iende kucheza na timu za nje.
Well, too many complaints coming in, Bernard, and it seems the ball is in the federation's court. But why are we bashing Bobby Williamson?
Interesting, and ideally what I've noted from this individual is the fact that it needs a more holistic approach. It's not necessarily the coach as well. It's the federation, but I feel also what is key is also the players themselves. They have that hunger, they have that passion. Because we're talking about the young players, they have that passion to be able to actually take the national team to the next level. I don't know what these two gentlemen think about the Harambee Stars performance. Iqbal, you watched the game yesterday, Harambee Stars drew level in the second leg. Do you feel that heading on to the next match against Cape Verde, that Harambee Stars has what it takes to actually go an extra step?
Actually, okay, to me, I think Harambee Stars is trying, if I may say, because everyone is against them. That's to my understanding, because you can't get results every time. You can't expect to get results from a team like that when they don't have anything to play with. The case of Origi, not getting air ticket to come back. So in my case, I'll just say Harambee Stars yesterday did their best, and they didn't play the way they played on Wednesday because they finished the game that time. And yesterday they were just sitting back, and by the fact that they created so many chances shows that they were doing something at least. The coach is trying, the players are trying, like Michael Olunga. So to me, Harambee Stars, they're trying.
They're trying, so you're optimistic?
Yeah, yeah.
Eugene, do you share the same sentiments?
Yeah, I do share the same sentiments. I believe Harambee Stars are doing what they can. I mean, nobody can, that's their job. That's what they get paid to do. So I believe they're doing their best. I believe that people should, like Kenyans, should give them more support. But yeah, there are ups and downs every now and then. But
Mike, this word is always thrown around when it comes to the national football team. Support. What do you mean by support? Does it mean going for the matches? Because you can imagine an average crowd turned up at the Kasarani Stadium for the return leg. What kind of support are we talking about?
Well, support in terms of the team, preparation. Take an example. The last time that Harambee Stars played at the Cup of Nations, 2004 Cup of Nations, we had a 3-week camp in Bolton in the United Kingdom.
Yes.
Preparing for the first game that we were playing away to, guess who? Cape Verde. Went there, won that game. Came back, second game was against Togo. Adebayo's Togo.
Yes, I remember.
Team was in camp. There was a Harambee Stars management board that was taking care of tickets, allowances, fundraising and all that. So the team was fully concentrated under Jacob Gostwale on what job is ahead of them on the pitch, because there were no worries about allowances, there are no worries about training fields, there are no worries about friendly matches. All those things were available and the result was there to be seen. The problem is that towards the end of the qualifiers, actually before we played the last game against Cape Verde at home, the board had disbanded and the federation had no plan B. So we had to win the last game against Cape Verde at home, and it was lucky that we scored in the last 15 minutes. Dennis Olech scored that goal. So when you talk about conditions and what is ideal for a team to prepare, it means all the pieces of the jigsaw must be in there. Right now we cannot say that. I mean, we are training for 2 days. We are assembling the team on a Friday, yet other teams have got matches on Saturday. The players are not available, so they come straight from the matches on Saturday into camp on Sunday morning.
The turnover time.
So the turnover time, it's not there. When a coach plans with certain players and those players are not available because of tickets, I mean, you don't expect him to pull some magic. And I think Bobby has really tried, because he's defended the federation all through. He never complains, never talks about anything, despite working for a whole year plus without a salary. So we can't really blame Bobby Williamson. He has the heart to help us. Yes. He is there to do his job, but does he have the tools? For me, he doesn't have anything.
Let's shift gears a bit here now. Iqbal, you're playing with Arsenal, of course, the Theo Walcott look-alike, and Eugene, and this seems to be, which game is this? Is this your second game? Because earlier on I'd seen the results were favouring you.
Yeah, this is the second game I'm playing. The first game I won 4-0 and Walcott scored 3.
Yes, so,
conveniently. Yeah.
Eugene, what's going on?
Actually, he has forgotten to say that when we were preparing, I actually won that match.
That was a friendly. Now this is the actual.
Yeah, it's the actual one. But yeah, he has the look-alike advantage.
Yeah. So Michael King, of course, it's interesting if you look at it. They're evenly balanced. But the first game he dominated, and this is their second game. So let's see how it's going to pan out. He's playing with Arsenal with Theo Walcott. I think we can call him Theo Walcott. He's 90% looks like Theo Walcott, and Eugene is playing with Barcelona.
Well, we go into a short break, but before that break, CrossFit. Umeambiwa na director Roba anasema uchangamshe watu as we go into the break.
Sambo